So before I get into this video of what I'm doing with this truck and this camper, the reason I'm doing it is because I travel and do a lot of out-of-state hunting in the fall and winter, and I just happen to be lucky enough to draw an Iowa tag this year, and which I'm super pumped about. Obviously, I mean, it's Iowa. I've never been to Iowa, but I can't wait to get there. But anyway, that's one of the main reasons I'm setting this up, because I may be in Iowa a couple of different times throughout the fall and winter. I'm going to try to dedicate most of my time there until I can fill that tag. And if I have enough time after filling the Iowa tag, I'm probably going to drop down and hunt Missouri right under there. And then obviously, if you've followed me in the past, you know that I hunt Mississippi public land a lot also, so I'll be there. So that's the main reasons I'm setting this up the way I'm doing, and just to be more efficient and more prepared to be able to do that. So if you follow my channel in the past, you know that I had a black Silverado with a camper on it that I used a few times to camp in and sleep in on my out-of-state hunting trips. So last year I sold that Silverado and I bought this Tundra. This is a 2019 Tundra, and I bought this camper shell to go on it. So if you watch some of my stuff in the past, you know that I like sleeping in my truck and staying in the camper in my truck, just to be mobile and have that adaptability to not be just stuck in one specific location where I can't move. So I like that side of hunting, is just to be able to be at a spot and stay there. And if I don't like it, I'm not tied to a hotel room or a camping spot or whatever that I've paid for or reserved. I can just kind of go as I please. So I am setting this Tundra up a little bit better this year, a little bit more convenient to be able to do that. I had this truck last year, if you saw my Kansas video, but I was in Kansas for quite a while and I wound up staying in a tent, which was fine, but being in the Midwest in the fall and the winter is very, very windy and very cold. So sometimes sleeping in a tent can be kind of sketchy on those windy nights. And so I kind of wanted to set it up this year so I have the best of both worlds. Like, I'll have the truck and the camper to sleep in, and also if I get into an area that I think I'm going to be for several days, I'm going to bring the tent with me. And if the weather is okay, then I'll have that option, just to have, a little bit more room where I can stretch out and just not be so confined to the camper. Because being in this thing for a length of time, it can get a little claustrophobic, and it's just nice to have a little air and a little more room if possible. So I'm going to go through this with you and do a little walkthrough and show you a little bit of the build. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail and explain everything. I just want you to get the kind of basic idea of how I'm insulating it and setting it up to be more adaptable and just be more comfortable this year. Hopefully be more warm and out of the weather, and just make it a better experience. Alright, so I got everything cleaned out on the bed. Just pretty much used some dishwashing detergent and some water and cleaned out all the sides and the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use these anti-fatigue foam mats that I got from Harbor Freight. I think they're like $9 a package. They were on sale for 30% off. And some indoor outdoor carpet that I got at Lowe's. I think it was about $25 a roll. And some of this Pink Panther foam board stuff. And I'm just going to cut out the sides, because what I'm wanting to do is insulate the floor with the foam mats that I bought from Harbor Freight, and insulate the walls with the pink foam. And I'm going to take the carpet and wrap the pink foam, the side walls, so I'll have insulation. I'll have the foam for insulation on the sides, wrapped in carpet, and I'm hoping that'll keep it a little warm. Alright, so now I've got all the fatigue mat, or whatever you want to call it, the floor mat, in the bottom of it, got it all trimmed out. So now I'm going to put the carpet back in that I had in it before. It's kind of a heavy pile carpet, it should keep it pretty warm and give it a good cushion on the floor. So I'm gonna put that back in it and then start on the walls. So now I'm going to take this foam and I'm going to rip it to put it on the side of the bed, each side of the bed. And I'm going to pre-cut it, and then I'm going to wrap it with this carpet and glue it to this foam, glue this carpet to this foam with a spray adhesive. And just snug it in there, and I'll probably use some Velcro on each side to just Velcro it to the side of the truck. I want to be able to take it in and out if I need to. So now I'll cut these out and go ahead and prefab them. So this roof rack that I put in here I actually bought used off of Facebook Marketplace. Got a really good deal on it. And when I bought the camper shell, I had the rails put on it when I bought it for warranty purposes, but I had to mount the cross rails to it, and this is just super strut, I think it's called, or unistrut, that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's, and it's just bolted on there with some hardware that comes with it, and some little bolts that I kind of just grinded out down the head to make it where it slide in that track, and some spacers. And this rack is primarily going to be used to put my tent in a container and carry on top of here, so that it's not in my way in the camper. It takes up less room, and it'll be up there. And I don't know, possibly maybe a decoy, just anything I can get up there to create more space in the truck. This platform will have a mattress on it. I built it tall enough so that I can put my totes underneath it that'll carry stuff such as my camping gear, cooking equipment, lanterns, you know, toilet paper, paper towels, things of that such. And it's high enough I could put all that under there. And I put some more of these foam cushions like I used on the mat down here to cushion it, and then I'll have a mattress on top of it, sleeping bag, and etc. In the back here, I just have I kind of got this narrow enough so I could have, it's plenty wide enough to sleep on, but it's narrow enough that I got enough room in here. Because the hardest thing about sleeping in one of these and waking up is getting dressed. Kind of sucks having to get up and get outside and put your clothes on when it's super cold, so it's just a lot more easier to get dressed in here. But you need a little room to kind of wiggle around and get your clothes on and everything when you're in here. So I got enough room right here to do that. And I got a lawn chair in the back, because if you sit up on here, you don't have enough headroom. Your head kind of hits it, but I wanted it high enough to get my containers under it. So that chair in the back will give me the ability just to sit there, you know, in a comfortable position without hitting my head, do my laptop work, editing, or whatever I need to do when I'm in the truck, and also maybe aid me in getting dressed. This is just a little shelf I built over the fender well to be able to put a couple of containers on. I'll probably bungee cord them on there, but that round fender well, it isn't really suitable for anything. It's just kind of wasted space, so I kind of built that shelf over it. And then I got some other stuff like this rack that I put in here, and the carbon monoxide detector. And this whole thing is insulated good. It's got carpet on the inside of the camper, and it's got the foam that I put all around the sides of it, and the carpet on it to really insulate it. I'm hoping to not have to use a whole lot of heat. I'm going to bring a small generator, basically just to charge my camera batteries, and possibly if it's super cold, run a small heater, but I'm hoping not to have to actually run a heater in here. Maybe just warm it up when I get in it with my buddy heater, and maybe run a candle or something in it, you know, and just hopefully my body heat, and that'll kind of keep it comfortable enough to where I can sleep. Then right before I wake up, or right before I get up, I'll wake up, cut on my Mr. Buddy, heat it up, get out of my sleeping bag, and get dressed, and be good to go. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, some of this isn't quite finished. You'll get to see it before I head out of state in it. I got a few more things to do, and I'm not going to pack it all full right now like I would when, you know, before I go, because it's just too much trouble getting everything out and getting back in. But I will do a video of that when I leave to go out of state. So I just kind of want to run this across. I know, you know, not a whole lot of people, but some people do this, and maybe it'll give them a few ideas on ways to set up their trucks and campers, you know, if you go on that route. I know I've watched a ton of videos, and you learn a little bit from this guy and a little bit from this guy, and I don't have a whole lot of money. I use my truck a lot, so I'm not putting a ton of money into it to do full time. I'm not going the whole solar panel route and all that, which I will have a small generator, like I said. But this is my plans for this winter. I'll be in Iowa. If I get it done in Iowa, I'll be in Missouri, and I know I'll be in Mississippi a good bit, especially with that late rut that Mississippi has in late December and on into January. So stick around, you get to see the finished product of this, and follow me through the season. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait. I really can't wait to get to Iowa.